Good morning students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and preparing for your half yearly examination. So since you know that we have completed our half yearly course, so in today's class I will be revising all the chapters that are included in your half yearly syllabus. So let's begin with the revision of chapter number 4, gender. Now what is gender? Gender tells us whether a noun belongs to a he group or a male group or a she group, that is the female group. So gender are of 4 types, that is masculine gender, feminine gender, neuter gender and common gender. What is masculine gender? Words that are used to describe males belong to the masculine gender. For example, boy. Boy is a male, so it will be of masculine gender. Similarly, king, headmaster. So all these belong to the masculine gender. Then let's come to feminine gender. Now words that are used to describe females belong to the feminine gender. For example, girl. Girl is a female, so the gender of girl will be feminine gender. Similarly, queen, headmistress, etc. All these belong to the female group, so their gender will be feminine gender. Now what is neuter gender? Words used to describe non-living things. So if somebody asks you what is the gender of a chair, now chair is a non-living thing. So the gender of a non-living thing is always neuter gender. Then comes common gender. Now there are some words that belong to both the groups, male as well as female. So words that are used to describe both males and females belong to the common gender. For example, doctor. Now doctor can be a male and a female. Doctor can be a male or a female. So the gender of a doctor will be common gender. Now let's do some exercises that are given on this board. Let's see the first exercise. Write the opposite gender of the given nouns. First one, horse. So the opposite gender of horse is mare. Second is waiter. The opposite gender of waiter is waitress. Cow. Opposite gender of cow is ox. Peahen. The opposite gender of peahen is peacock. Niece. The opposite gender of niece is nephew. Now let us see exercise number 2. State the gender of the following nouns. We have to tell the gender of the following nouns. First one, teacher. So teacher can be both male or female. So the gender of teacher is common gender. Chair. Chair is a non-living thing. So the gender of chair is neuter gender. Queen. Queen belongs to the female group. So the gender of queen is feminine gender. Headmaster. Headmaster belongs to the male group. So the gender of headmaster will be masculine gender. Doctor. Now doctor can be both male or female. So the gender of doctor is common gender. Okay children, so now let's revise chapter number 6, adjectives. What are adjectives? Adjectives are those words that are used to describe a noun. What is a noun? You all know nouns are the name of an animal, person, place or thing. So any word that is used to describe a noun is known as an adjective. For example, if I say the apples are sweet. So in this sentence, what is the noun? Apples, right? And we are describing apples as sweet. So sweet describe the noun apple, so sweet will be an adjective. Now let us do some exercises on the board. Underline the adjectives. Now we have to find the adjectives in the given sentences and we have to underline it. First one, the window is broken. So first let us identify the noun. What is the noun in this sentence? Window. Window is the noun. Now window is described as broken. Broken is used to describe the noun window. So I told you adjectives are describing words that describe a noun. So broken will be an adjective. So you'll underline broken. Second one, Aman is a tall boy. Now in this sentence, Aman is a noun, boy is also a noun, and tall is used to describe Aman. So tall will be an adjective. Third one, the girl is happy. In this sentence, girl is a noun and happy is a word that is used to describe the noun girl. So happy will be an adjective. Fourth one, I watched an old film last night. So film is a noun and old is used to describe the noun film. So old will be an adjective. Fifth one, it was a stormy night. So now night is a noun and how was the night? Night is described as stormy. So stormy will be an adjective. Okay children, now let us revise chapter number 8 and 9. So chapter number 8 is a and the, which is also known as articles. And when do we use these three articles? Okay, so we use the article a before singular nouns that begin with a consonant sound. Okay, for article a, remember consonant sound. And when do we use article an? We use article an before singular nouns that begin with a vowel sound. So before a vowel sound we use the article an, and before a consonant sound we use the article a. And when do we use the article the? We use the article the when we are talking about a particular or a specific thing. Let's move to chapter number 9, that is pronouns. Now what are pronouns? Now see, sometimes nouns are repeated. So to avoid the repetition of nouns, we use certain words like he, she, it, they, we. Okay. So these words are known as pronouns. So we can also say that pronouns are words that are used instead of a noun. Now let us do some of the exercises given on the board of chapter number 8 and 9. First exercise, complete these sentences with a, an or the. First one, he is dash honest man. Now see this word honest. Now when we pronounce honest, we produce a vowel sound. An O sound is produced, that is a vowel sound. So I told you before a vowel sound we use which article? We use the article an. So here we will write an. Second, there is a ball under dash table. Now here we are talking about a specific table. So here which article we will use? We will use the article the. Third one, this is dash squirrel. Now squirrel is producing a consonant sound. S is a consonant. Squirrel is producing a consonant sound. So here we will use the article a. This is a squirrel. Fourth one, the dash Taj Mahal is in Agra. So always remember children, before monuments or mountains or rivers we use the article the. So here we will use the article the. Fifth one, she is dash intelligent girl. Now this word intelligent is producing a vowel sound. A, E, I, O, U are vowels. So intelligent is producing a vowel sound like intelligence. So here we will use the article an. Exercise 2. Complete these sentences with correct pronouns. First one, Aman is unwell, dash has caught a cold. So in this sentence we are talking about the noun Aman. Aman is a male, is a name of a boy, it's a male. So to avoid the repetition of this noun Aman here, we will use pronoun. So for male, we use which pronoun? He or him. So here we will use the pronoun he. Aman is unwell. He has caught a cold. Similarly, if there would have been written, a name of the girl would have been written here. So instead of he, we would have used the pronoun she. Second, Suman and I are old friends. Now here we are talking about two people. Suman and I means we ourselves. So when we talk about plural nouns, we use the pronoun we. So here we will write we. Suman and I are old friends. We have known each other for 10 years. Third one. The rabbit was eating carrots. Dash is very hungry. Now here we are talking about the rabbit. And for animals, we use which pronoun? We use the pronoun it. So here you write it. Children, now let us revise chapter number 10, verbs. What are verbs? Action words are known as verbs, or you can also say verbs are doing words. Verbs are those words that tells us what an animal, person or a thing does. Okay, for example, if I say Raj plays tennis on Sundays. So here what action Raj is doing? Raj is plays tennis. So here plays will be a verb. Now there are certain helping verbs also like is, are and am. These are known as helping verbs. And when do we use them? We use the verb is with singular nouns. We use the verb are with plural nouns. And we use the helping verb am with the pronoun I. Okay. Now let us do some of the exercises of this chapter on the board. First one. Underline the verbs in these sentences. So we have to identify the verbs in the given sentences. So see the first sentence. Astha collects old coins. So in this sentence, what action Astha is doing? Collects. So collects will be the verb. So you will underline collects. Second, the lion hurt its paw. So in this, what is the verb in this sentence? Hurt. Charu wears a pink ribbon. So what is the verb in this sentence? Wears. Fourth, the students run in the marathon. So what is what action the students are doing in the marathon? The students are running. So what will be the verb in this sentence? Run. Fifth, the children read books. So the verb in this sentence is read. Complete these sentences with is, am and are. Now is, am, are the helping verbs, and I told you we use the verb is with singular noun, we use the verb am with the pronoun I, and we use the verb are with plural nouns. So first one, I dash tired after the walk. So here the pronoun I is used. So after the pronoun I, we use the verb am. So we will write am. Second one, Suman dash hungry. So here we are talking about a singular noun. So for singular noun, we use the helping verb is. So we'll write is. Suman is hungry. Third one, they dash in the school cricket team. Now they, we are talking about more than one person. So here we will use the verb are. Fourth one, the apple dash sweet. We are talking about one apple. That is, we are talking about singular noun. So here we will use the verb is. Okay students, now let us revise tenses. Chapter number 14 and 15. First let us talk about simple present tense. Now what is simple present tense? A verb in the simple present tense tells us about a habit or a universal general truth and about an event that occurs regularly. Okay, that happens almost every day. For example, I walk to school. So this particular statement is something which maybe happens regularly. So here the verb walk will be in the simple present tense. Similarly, second example, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Now here the verb rises and sets will be in the simple present tense because this statement is a universal truth. We cannot change it. Alright. Then now how to write a verb in the simple present tense? Now see, we use the S form of the verb. We add an S after the verb for the simple present tense for singular nouns. Okay. And in case of plural nouns and I, you, we, they, we use the base form of the verb. We do not add an S in the simple present tense. Now let's talk about present continuous tense. Now what is present continuous tense? Now see, we use the present continuous tense when we talk about things happening at the time of speaking. Okay. Now the form is or am or are plus the ing form of the verb. For example, if I ask you to write the present continuous form of the verb help. So it can be is, am or are plus helping. The verb help will become helping. We will add ing. Okay. So now let us do some of the exercises. Do as directed means we have to do these sentences as directed in the brackets below. Now first one, like Suman dancing. So what do we have to do in this? We have to rearrange the words and write the sentence in the simple present tense. So in the simple present tense it will be written as Suman. Like will become likes because I told you with singular nouns we add an S to the base form of the verb. So like will become likes and then dancing. So this is the correct form of simple present tense. Second one, the children dash milk. In the bracket it's drink. We have to insert is, am or are with the correct form of the verb in the bracket. Now see, I told you when do we use is, am or are? We use is with a singular noun, we use am with the pronoun I, and we use are with plural nouns. So here we are talking about more than one child, we are talking about plural noun. So first we will write are and then we have to insert the correct form of the verb. So with is, am, are, which form of the verb do we use? We use the present continuous form of the verb, which means we have to write the ing form of the verb. So drink will become drinking. We will add ing. So the sentence becomes the children are drinking milk. Third one, complete the blank with simple present tense forms of the verbs in the bracket. Now verbs are given in the bracket and we have to write the simple present tense form. So A1, the birds dash on the windowsill. I told you with plural nouns we use the base form of the verb. We do not add an S in the simple present tense forms. So here it is a plural noun, so we will simply write sit. We will not write sits, we will only write sit. We will use the base form of the verb. Second one, Renu dash the piano. Now here we are talking about a singular noun, and with singular noun we add an S to the verb in the simple present tense form. So here play will become plays. Okay students, I hope that these chapters are now clear to you. For comprehension I have provided you a passage for your practice. But remember that in examination an unseen passage will come for you to solve. Alright? Please learn the format of an informal letter and revise all the letters and essays that have been taught to you. Please go through all the exercises in your book and also go through the exercises that you have done in your notebook. And I hope that you will do well in your examinations.